Peace and welcome. It's May 10th, 2020. Slightly overcast, but the sun has risen. And each day the sun rises within us, within you, within me. What's in your cup? I have my cup this morning. I have my organic English breakfast tea. I love this. One of my favorite things to do is to visit secondhand stores like Goodwill, Salvation Army. In my local area, I don't know if it's the actual church itself or just members of a church. I think my Norfolk pine needs some water. But anyway, they have this really cool secondhand store. I've gotten a couple mugs from there. Okay, so today we will visit Hexagram number 24. Hexagram number 24. How is spring? How is spring being sprung in your neck of the woods? Here in southeastern Pennsylvania, some days we have temperatures in the 70s and 80s, and then we can turn around the next day and have temperature in the 40s. And after 27 years of being here, actually, OMG, it is actually 27 years ago this past week, exactly, because I moved here in May of 94. May of 94. Is that 27 years or is that 28? I think it's 27 because I was pregnant with my eldest, and we moved here in May and he was born in October. That was a 20-hour car drive, nearly straight. I had to have a breakdown to get the folks to stop driving. You can't have a 5-month pregnant woman sitting for hours and hours. But anyway, 27 years. Still not used to this weather. Okay, so I think I am sufficiently awake, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to take a reading from the Tao Te Ching. Okay, so we're going to look at the Tao Te Ching as translated by Stephen Addis and Stanley Lombardo. Okay, so Tao Te Ching, chapter 24. Chi I Che Pu Li. On tiptoe, no way to stand. Clamoring, no way to walk. Self-display, no way to shine. Self-assertion, not way to succeed. Self-praise, no way to flourish. Complacency, no way to endure. According to Tao, excessive food, extraneous activity, what's wrong, baby? Inspired disgust. Let's read that again. According to Tao, excessive food, extraneous activity, inspire disgust. Therefore, the follower of Tao moves on. And that leads us into our hexagram for today, which is recharge, repose, as translated by Benabel Wynn. Oh, and these ankhs that you see on this vlogcast, infinitetreasures.org. You can find Infinite Treasures LLC on Instagram. You can find them on Facebook. These are beautiful healing and meditation devices. Have the pyrite in the handle. Also on Etsy, and I believe this one might be still available on Etsy. And shungite in the base. Okay. So hexagram number 24 is Earth over Thunder. Earth over Thunder. So let's look at the Bagua, Thunder. We always start from the bottom. We have one yang line and two yin lines. Thunder. To shake, arouse, inciting movement. Taking the initiative, excitation, revolution, division, impetus, catalyst, stimulation, and impulse. The element is wood. The direction is east. The season, yellow path, summer solstice. The season, low shu 9 halls, cardinal autumn. Life aspect, family, and ancestry. Medically, it's related to the foot, legs, tendons, gallbladder, liver, sensory, motor system, sympathetic nervous system, physical pain. The chakra is the throat chakra. The animal is the dragon. The archetype is the emperor. And the immortal Cao Guao Ju, patron of nobles and aristocracy. And again, for anyone who is either a fluent Mandarin, I guess this would be Mandarin, I don't know, Mandarin or Cantonese, fluent Chinese language speaker, please forgive me. I know I probably should get my second son. He took Chinese for a full year in college and university at Tufts, and I think his pronunciation sounds beautiful. Mine, not so much. So as I was reading this, throat chakra, and where it mentioned sympathetic nervous system, sensory motor system, and physical pain, it reminds me of, in my practice, I've come across a lot of women who deal with fibromyalgia or deal with chronic fatigue. And it would always seem to be a lot of women who have a lot of burden in their life, like they're overextending themselves, overworking themselves, not really having a strong voice because they're so busy being a martyr for their family. And we have to, especially as women, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to have self-care. And self-care should be no different from everyday personal hygiene. You know, I get clients in, they have this pain or that pain, they're dealing with this or that. And especially those who have been prescribed physical therapy and exercises by their PT. I'm like, okay, so are you doing, you doing your PT work? Oh, I don't really have time. I know what to do. It's like, think of it as hygiene. You cannot, you wouldn't go out the house without brushing your teeth in the morning. I mean, I know there's some people who do that, but, and I've, on occasion, when I was really busy, forgot. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, I got my toothbrush in my purse. But you wouldn't go out of the house without brushing your teeth. You wouldn't leave the house and go to work without taking a shower. Do not leave your, say, bedroom or your house without doing your stretching, without taking care of yourself. Do something every day, even if it's just a half hour of your time, to express some self-care. Because if you neglect to care for yourself, if you neglect to voice your opinions and share how you truly feel, if you repress yourself, if you do not allow yourself to flow, physical pain happens. All right, I digress. Forgive me. I talk way too much. I admit that. So let's look at Bagua, earth. Earth over thunder. Earth. Receiving direction, yielding, receptivity, submission to heaven. Okay, baby, I'll stop. Nurturing force, divine yin. Receptive energy, that which yields, material world. And the element, of course, is earth. And welcome to everyone here watching on the live stream. Direction is southwest. Season of the yellow path is cardinal spring. Life aspect, love and relationships, motherhood. Medically is related to the stomach, digestion, spleen, pancreas. The chakra is the center seed, the beginning of creation. And the animal is the bull. The archetype is the dreamer, the visionary. The immortal is Lan Ke He, patron of artists, creatives, intuitives, and peripatetics. And the empowered state of Earth Hexagram is number 2. So we're going to look at Hexagram number 24, translation by Benabel Wynn, which is on this card here. I know you can't really see it. I'll go ahead and put it up there. Oh, before I do that, let's read the, the keywords for this hexagram. Return. So this is the turning point. And I love the imagery on this card. Isn't that beautiful? The turning point. Returns. The start of a new season. The start of a new cycle. Right timing. Regeneration. Inevitability. Steady improvements. So as many of you may know, I have recently started a booth at the local farmers market. And it's 2 days a week. And I do tarot card readings there. I've done quite a few. And unfortunately, there is a recurring theme with a lot of people. In relationships. So I do tarot card readings. I sell Delta 8 CBD gummies, incense, my artwork, and a load of other sweet little knickknacks, along with many bodywork sessions. And a friend of mine said, they asked me, so how are you doing at the market? So actually, I'm doing really well, and it's been very well received. Lots of good commentary for people. It's going well. And they said, oh, it's too bad. You should have been doing this all along. And I was like, no. Everything in divine timing. Everything in divine timing. It wasn't the right time. When the right time came and the still small voice quickened one day, you may want to call it the Holy Spirit or your divine guardian angel, holy guardian angel, however. It's like, move. And I was like, okay. Now, had I procrastinated and waited, but it's just like the idea came into my mind. It's like, yes, this is right. So when I said everything in divine timing, my friend was like, what? I had no idea what I was talking about. But, everything in divine timing. And I say that because one of the key phrases on Hexagram 24 is right timing. Right timing. Take action when the time is right. So what Benabel Wynn has to say about this hexagram, a state of recovery. It is a period of repose. You are at a turning point. The light is just beginning to emanate out of the darkness. The light does not return by force. It comes as part of a natural cycle. The first offspring will begin the push out of the mother's womb. The queen would abstain from excursions around the province. It is a time for preservation. Do not waste your energy right now. Preserve, recharge, and rest. So that's preserve, recharge, and rest. On my banner at the market and at the festival, you know, it has my name, Mend Soul Arts, LLC, and it's relax, period, renew, period, and refresh, period. So relax is sort of like recharge, refresh, yeah. Auspicious for travel and journeys after the winter ends, or when the light returns after darkness. That's beautiful. I tell you, it wasn't until Benabel Wynn's course, I Ching practitioner, that I was able to even begin to grasp an understanding of the I Ching. Check out her course on her website, www.benabelwynn.com. All right, so the late theoretical physics professor Kersan Hong, he was from MIT. I believe he was originally born in China. His translation of the I Ching, World Scientific. I want to give a shout out to the late Professor Hong. There he is. Look at that brilliant smile. And those Commodore 64s. Okay. So he titles this hexagram, Return. Sign of the sacrifice. No illness at home or abroad. Not French. Friends, come in peace on the road back and forth. There you go. That's the road back and forth, back and forth. 7 days to return, auspicious to go somewhere. Starting with the lower Bagua, thunder, the lower Bagua. Returning from a short trip, no big troubles, all's well. Returning with a frown, danger, no harm. Returning alone in mid-journey. Returning angrily, no regrets. Returning after losing one's way, misfortune, trouble is in store. Taking arms will lead to great defeat and disaster for the king. For 10 years, the conquest will not succeed. Have no idea what he's talking about. But thankfully, Brother Brian Brown Walker, in his wonderful interpretative translation, we just left Professor Hong's exact verbatim translation. 24, hexagram, full, return. A time of darkness comes to a close. Receiving this hexagram is a sign that you have reached a turning point. This moment is akin to the winter solstice. The greatest adversity is past, and the light is beginning to return. Nonetheless, one cannot force the completion of the change, and it is wise to rest. Act only when you can move gently and innocently, and all will be well. I really like the use of innocence in his translations. Innocence. How do we act innocently? How can we behave in an innocent manner? Not in a repressed manner, not in false humility. How can we approach life, approach relationships, approach anything that we do in an innocent manner? What does that mean to you? Just something to contemplate. What does that mean to you? Act only where you can move gently and innocently, and all will be well. Fu also comes as a reminder to return to the light in yourself. Growth is only possible when we relinquish the expressions of the ego, pride, impatience, anger, and desire. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. That is so true. And it's so easy. It's so easy to get tripped up on our ego. It's so easy. We can innocently stand our ground, but we can also stand our ground with pride and anger. And oh yeah, I've been there. I've been there plenty of times. To act forcefully or ambitiously now will only generate misfortune. So, sometimes, just like the gambler song, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to chill. There's a time to put your foot down. There's a time to be forceful, but there's also a time to be gentle and innocent and calm and just breathe. There are moments for that. It's not being a coward. It's not being weak. Although others may take it for weakness, but when you allow yourself to act innocently, to be gentle, you're able to utilize the energies around you. You're able to use them properly in a right way rather than in a forceful way. Isn't that part of martial arts? Not expanding unnecessary energy. Let things happen naturally. Let things develop naturally in their own way. Simply observe and accept changes as you observe and accept the rising of the sun. Allow yourself to rest and gather strength for a time of growth ahead by holding to modesty, gentleness, and correct conduct, i.e., acting innocently. You prepare the ground for a fruitful blossoming when the light fully returns. There you go. So that is hexagram number 24. So before we leave today, I just want to share this. Yeah, this is going to be a short one. I have so much to do. So much to do. What I want to get back to is a series on I'm always starting and stopping and starting again. But we'll eventually make it through all of the 22 major arcana. I think I'll attempt to do that later today. So I don't want to pack too much into this live stream. And this is just our sunrise meditation. So I'm going to pick a card for us today out of the Cosmic Deck of Initiation by Barbara DeLong. And you can find an interview I did with her a couple of years ago. My, how time flies. So I'm going to use her cards and shuffle them. Give me one moment. Every time I do a live stream, Nala comes over and finds my lap and just takes over. Right before I did this live stream, she was trying to attack me. She was trying, everyone's telling me she needs a playmate. Yeah, because she is completely scarring up my hands and arms. And then she comes and loves on me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Okay. So let's us go with the third card. 1, 2, and ooh, Virgo. 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 Okay. Where was I? Virgo. Okay. Virgo. Aspects within are ordered and balanced. Order and structure provides channels for future work. Balance between spirit and intellect. Perfection has been found within, now manifest. While focus on details is important, keep in thought the overall picture. Service is called forth and ask for a concentrated effort. So Virgo, I think this is a perfect card. I think this is a perfect card to end our Hexagram 24 meditation. Recharge and repose. So with the Virgo energy, it's all about balance between, oh, wait a minute, sorry. It's all about order and being balanced, order and structure, balance between spirit and intellect. Rest and recharge. Know thyself, and you will know when it is time for you to strike your move. No need to constantly be in perpetual agitation, perpetual movement. Learn when to chill. Learn when to step back. Keep that balance going so that you're able to approach when the timing is right with the appropriate actions. And sometimes the appropriate action is no action. All right, guys, I have to get going, and I hope to come back on later. Not exactly sure when, but I definitely want to. So you guys have a great day, and I wish you peace and great bliss. This is Tamu Ngina, Priestess Heart. Until next time, love y'all. Bye-bye.